So Aubrey, she leaves, honey. She does leave because this is what I felt would happen, and it's a mess.
Child. Some
And she
look, I
got a new
knew
single
something was
out.
up. And she done moved out of the states.
Oh,
She
ooh.
all
What's up,
I was
everybody? It's
jamming
me
out.
again, and it is time. You was jamming out. I saw you. It is time to lean in. You know, this is the favorite little intro. That intro is actually a very popular song, sped up really fast. And I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. 'Cause I don't want YouTube to catch my account. But again, welcome back to the lean.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. Hey, my little secret. Welcome back to the lead. I have Chad and myself. We're here to talk about BET presents Encore. We're a little behind on it, of course. As you may or may not know, I had to have an emergency surgery on my ankle last week, so I have been on bed rest, Chad. But that ain't stopping these reviews, these recaps. Chad is here. How you doing, Chad?
I'm doing good, child. You've been doing too much leaning. You done leaned on
Literally,
and hurt yourself.
literally, I have literally leaned and hurt myself, but that's okay. That's all right. I'll be back in no time. So BET presents Encore. So the last episode we I think it was episode 4, where we were liking the momentum of the show. We had talked about some of the interviews that Carlos King had been doing because he had been doing a lot over the last 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. And
Hmm.
like I said, they left off with Aubrey being queen, and she had through this event and kind of she didn't attend the event. She let Iris take over the event as like a fill-in queen, right? And so at this point, everybody hates Aubrey. So in these two
Right.
episodes, I mean, I'm just gonna say I predicted it. Like I predicted that it was gonna happen, just because Aubrey is Aubrey. I love Aubrey. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I would never. And the statement she made before she left is very true. But at the same time,
Hmm.
I don't know if she really meshed well with this group completely. Anyway, as I look back, you know what I'm saying. In terms of like,
In what way?
I don't feel like she was on the same path. Like Aubrey has, of all these women, she has consistently been in. She's a very, of all these artists and women, I feel like she had her music and stuff came out at a later era, right? And she continued to see success from that point, and she still has a lot of fans that is still familiar with her because she's not that old. Her music is not that old. She got Dumb Blonde, she got all this stuff like that. So I felt like a part of her felt like she wouldn't want to be in the group with them anyway. I think she was trying to more so convince herself, but I don't really think that it would fix. So what happened, I kind of predicted it, and especially with them kind of like taking her out of the situation. I think if she was more in control, then she would have been able to. But obviously, control is also an issue. So, um,
Yeah.
and that's just my thought. Did you have anything you want to add to
I'm
that?
kind of I'm kind of agreeing with that because I also felt that Aubrey was never on the same page with them, and I think
Mm-hmm.
I made the comment to Jay this week, and I told him I was like, Aubrey has a very different view
Yeah.
on I guess the music and what's popping because Danity Kane, they were more pop stars with an
Yeah.
urban R&B undertone. So
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey has a really good ear for
Mm-hmm.
a hit or a really
Mm-hmm.
good ear for a banger, like she kept saying. So I mean, like you said, I don't know if that was her, if she was never connected, or did she just lose connection once they started to put the music together and mesh everything together, and was like, maybe this not for me.
And what I also want to say is that like I said, these other women, I hate to say it, but they were kind of like phased out like much long time ago, and
Yeah,
so they may have been around and different things and relevant in other ways, but as it relates to music, Aubrey has been more relevant in music
yeah,
even after Danny came. She's still whatever. And honestly, I think the role that Keely is in would have been a great role for Aubrey. I don't think musically she would have fit in the group. Just
yeah.
because not even her sound, just because like I mean, even with her sound, like they started to like question some things she was adding. I think that maybe her and Keely would have made a great creative direction team. but unfortunately,
No,
the
I can see
show
that.
and their egos did not allow that. So, nonetheless, episode 5, right? And it comes back, and of course, in the previous episode, there were some things that Aubrey had said to Elijah Blake about what the twins were like talking about the tracks or whatnot. And I don't know if we really talked about. I guess we did, but my whole theory on this is that Elijah Blake should have just sat and ate his food because I feel
Yes,
like
agreed.
he got too involved. He did go to Aubrey like, "What's going on?" When you go to somebody and you
Yes,
say, "What's going on?" You want to know the tea. You are involved at that point because now you are privy to what's going on, and you can't even
yep,
you if unless you just say, "Oh, I don't," he didn't do that. And the way he threw the twins under the bus, I think we even talked about this, was so fast. Whether it's true or not that
yes,
they have had the least amount of success, still, it's just like, Elijah, you are here for a job, and at this point, you damn near want to be in the house. What were your thoughts?
yes. It was. I agree 100% with that. It was kind of tough to watch
Mm-hmm.
because Aubrey. One thing about Aubrey, she will do her dirt,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that may be, but she's not gonna do it in a way to where it's like Aubrey, from what I've always known of Aubrey, if she said something, she'll repeat and say what she
Of
said.
course,
If she
exactly.
did something, she will say what she did. And I was disappointed in Elijah because I felt like you said, he was so involved and wanted to, get in. And even with the
Mm-hmm.
catty remarks of they have the least success, it was nasty. And then to turn around and make it seem like it was all Aubrey being manipulative
Yeah.
when he actually did say those things, I was like, sir, did you forget what you said? Or are you just, being messy and you want to be a part of the show? Like, I don't know. I just didn't
And I
like
don't
that. I
get
was
that because
really
he's a
turned off
part of
by
the
that.
damn show. He's brought in as a producer or whatever the hell he's doing. So why are you like? I don't know. I hate to say when people trying to get their peaks, people trying to get their screen time, but in that moment, I felt like it was definitely him trying to get his screen time and a little bit
Yeah.
more. And that's just not needed. You're here to do a job. That's neither here nor there. But the twins were not receptive of it. And I think what's very tough with this is that you got 9 women and you got some women on the other team, like the choreographers and stuff like that. But you also have these men who are who are essentially they are kind of not in charge of the music, but they maintain it. And so there's always
Yeah.
gonna be issues there. Of course, we're gonna talk about episode 6, but in this moment, he was kind of going back and forth with Aubrey, and Aubrey was just like, like, why are you yelling at a woman, blah 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 blah. And I found it kind of interesting how Keely, I know I'm fast forwarding, but how she was so defensive of the twin and Cosign going at it, but she was not as
Yes.
defensive as it relates to Aubrey
Aubrey and
and
Elijah.
Elijah.
Yep.
And that just came. I'm like, but I get why she don't really care for Aubrey, blah blah. So nonetheless, there's neither here or there. But I'm glad that we was able to talk about that because that was just like, not Cosign. What's his name? Elijah. Like, child, you're doing a lot. Like you were doing a lot last time,
Yes.
and now like you trying to make it sound like she's manipulative and stuff like that. There may be a slight bit of that. It is Aubrey, but at the same time, like you did say those things. You need to own up to that. It is what it is.
Yes.
I don't get it. So
Yeah,
then they
I didn't. I
vote.
didn't. I didn't get it either.
Yeah. They vote for a new queen, and this was interesting to me because I have been saying since episode 1, vote Shamari, vote Shamari. Shamari is never close to being voted, and I'm always so
Never.
fucking annoyed because she's like the most talented, she's the most reasonable, and she's the most neutral. She's not in any drama. I don't understand how y'all let Pam get it, and y'all ain't even trying to suck it back and let Shamari get it. I don't get it. Maybe she don't want it at this point. Maybe she don't want it.
Maybe not.
So it ends up being a tie between Aubrey again. So that means somebody else voted Aubrey. Who you think it was? Who do you think voted for Aubrey outside of? Because she said she didn't vote for herself, or did she?
Irish. Irish. No, I don't think she voted for herself. Irish definitely voted for Aubrey.
Iris, okay, yes,
I still kind of feel like Pam voted for Aubrey as well.
okay. You think
How
Lamisha
many
did
votes
it?
was it?
It was the top three ended up being it was 2, 2, and 2. It was Lamisha, Aubrey, and one of the twins. I think it was Fallon. Alicia, one of them.
Yeah, I think it was Fallon.
I knew they
But
weren't
yeah,
getting it.
I think Lamisha more than likely absolutely probably did it because they were always pretty much okay with Aubrey. They never had
Yeah.
any. Well, I know Irish definitely was okay, but Lamisha didn't really have any issues with
Lamisha was
Aubrey.
was had issues with Aubrey when they were talking about the split groups, but after a while, the
Yeah,
issue became mostly on the twins.
Yeah.
with Lamisha. So Lamisha got it, and I was just like, this is
Why?
y'all are never going to get any type of unification because y'all are clearly not voting. Y'all, it's so many like little alliances in the house to where it's just like, damn, what the fuck are y'all doing? I don't get
Yeah.
it.
I
Um,
don't get it either. It's all over the place.
right. So Lamisha is she is that, and so I think we kind of moved around a little bit, but I think the voting happened earlier, and then this the argument we talked about happened later, because Lamisha basically wanted to have a meeting to where they kind of address the issues or whatever, but towards the end, Aubrey ends up like after the argument, she ends up like taking her bed and moving it to like where did she take the bed like to the trailer or
I
something?
still don't know where she took it. They said it was some other type of room. I mean, that house is huge, so
That house
there's
is
no
that
telling
damn huge.
where.
Because one thing them people don't have, and our friend Duran said they need to get us some closet space. They clothes be everywhere. But if you
They clothes
notice,
do be everywhere.
every fucking where, and but if you notice, like they do, like they've had like 50 confessionals. I've never seen a show give somebody like so many confessional looks. But you know one thing, Aubrey has only had one look.
That look with the brown. That's
With
it.
them big old titties. That's not. She has not had no other look. And I'm just like, maybe because she left, they said, "Girl, you get one look, one little rundown. That's it." But Nivea has had 50 looks. Shamari has had 50 looks. The twin Lamisha, she's resurfaced. She got red hair, purple hair, black hair. Irish. I
Listen,
mean, everybody got Pam. I don't know about Pam. Pam, she actually had the same
Pam done had
looks.
a few looks, but they've been so boring as to where you don't even remember them, child.
I'm curious, are there confessionals done like where there's like a confessional room, or are they doing it where they go like like they watch the show back after it's been filmed, kind of like Housewives? I feel like there's a room because Lamisha was like, I don't need to go in here and tell you my confessional. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe they have access to both. I'm not sure. I'm curious because like they be fully beat in these looks in these confessionals,
Yeah.
different outfits, and it be a whole different look. So I don't know. That's just my analysis on it. But yeah, that's pretty much how the episode ends, where she is not in the house anymore. I thought she left then. She didn't. She said she wanted to be at the house. And that's pretty much all of episode 5 that I can recall. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, it was only thing I remember really was the end,
Mm-hmm.
when I think it was Fallon when she came and approached Aubrey and she was like, "Are you talking shit about the records? Like, are you down here talking shit because Felicia went and being messy and riled Fallon up when this was another case where they put words in Aubrey's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey made some comments, but the things that Felicia told Fallon that was said were not the things that were said. So
Yeah, no.
I felt like I feel like Aubrey ended up getting to the point where she was justified in her behavior of not really wanting to be around them, not really caring about what was going on, not really caring about what was, how the music
Mm-hmm.
sounded. Like she
Mm-hmm.
just at that point she had kind of really just clocked out. And I felt like again in that moment it was justified. Like you got Elijah coming at her for something, that he actually said, then you got the twins coming at her for something she actually did not say. So it was a lot. I was
I agree.
like, yeah, this is a lot.
I agree. And I mean, that's how we get to episode 6. So in episode 6, they are doing their listening party. And
Hmm.
they're doing a listening party for their peers, right? And they have 4 songs at this point. I think these are the 4 songs that everybody's on, or maybe somebody's missing. I know everybody's
I believe
on. Only God
on
knows. I
these
know
songs everybody was on there.
everybody's on Skeletons too.
If I'm not mistaken, I think all of them, I remember seeing all their names, except for one of them. I think only one name was
Because I
missing, but I
thought
forgot which
originally
one.
Skeletons was only Shamari, Aubrey, and the twins. They must have added them on there or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they
That's what I
probably added
thought.
them in the background.
Okay, well, in this episode, like I said, they have the listening party, right? And you know, I want to hear your thoughts on the songs. What's your favorite songs, favorite to least? If you could order them from 1 to 4, 4 being your favorite, or whatever, you know what I mean. 1 being your favorite to 4 being your least favorite. Sorry,
So I really like Skeletons. Skeletons is a good
that's
song.
your 1.
Um, that would probably be my favorite.
Okay.
Or you know what, the one where Shamari's kind of like rap talking or rap singing.
Talk.
Talk. Okay,
So
that's the one I really like.
yeah, well, the one with Lamisha.
Yes.
Yeah. Why you making me trigger? That's actually like
Oh
that's
my God.
that's actually my favorite song.
That
Because when
one,
she was
yeah, that
like,
one is
that's something I
cute.
can actually hear myself listening to in the car with my top down, my hair blowing. You know, I
Yeah.
ain't got no hair, but still, like, like I was like when they played it. I remember they recorded, but when they was playing it, the thing I was like, this is my shit actually. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk. Okay, so I'm gonna switch talk to being number one. And
Okay.
then I like skeletons. And then I also really like Bird's Eye View.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it kind of sounded unfinished a little bit, but Bird's Eye View was cute. And the gospel song is not necessarily my least favorite, but out of everything that they presented, I'll say it's my least favorite.
That's the exact order that I would agree to. From Talk to Skeletons to Bird's Eye View. I like Bird's Eye View. It does give me like irreplaceable slash how much I love you. You remember that whole sound back then? It has
Okay.
that sound, especially when they played Felicia or Fallon's part. It was stronger in the bass. One of them was.
Yeah.
I could hear it more like I was hearing a little bit of irreplaceable. Like because every song back then, that 2000 what 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 era
Five. Yeah.
had that type of not every song, but a lot of songs had it. I think because they were produced by like Neo or something like that. I don't know whoever produced that shit.
Yeah.
But
Neil had
nevertheless,
that sound heavy.
right. But Bird's Eye View would be number three, and then of course Only God Knows would be number four. Not because I don't love God, but it's just not. It's just like it's an album closer. You know.
Yeah.
It's like a
Definitely.
okay. After this song, it's gonna turn back up. So my favorite would be Talk. But they when they did the listening party, everybody people from their past groups, people producers, everybody started showing up. Ronnie was there, and then you had Kima was there. We're gonna talk about her ass.
Please bring Kimo up.
During Kima, because Kima knew she knew what she came to do. Um, and then after that, what else? Oh, Aubrey didn't have nobody there, and I found this to be a little alarming. I was just like, hmm.
I did too.
I was like,
Especially because
this
I'm
is
like,
interesting.
I expected Shannon of anybody to pop up.
I know that would have been that. I mean, Shannon or some. She has people, but I don't know. That was very awkward to me. Very awkward to me
Yeah.
actually. But nobody was there, and so did you feel anybody that wasn't there should have been there? Like for anybody.
Um. So I'm not sure who was on behalf of Nibia. Maybe it was Jazzy Faye.
Probably Jazzy Faye. I mean, I'm assuming.
Okay.
I know. I know you weren't
Um.
expecting Dream to be there.
No, I wasn't expecting the dream to be there. Even though she said that they have a great relationship, they
Oh, that's
co-parent
true.
well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be there. But I guess I wouldn't have been surprised if he was. But no, for me, it was really just Aubrey not having anybody there from like her group. Out of five people, I just felt like one of them, and like I said, preferably Shannon,
Well, I
since
know
they've
three of them
had
weren't
a.
gonna be there. Three of them were not gonna be there. We know Dawn was
Well,
not gonna
yeah, I
be on there.
knew Dawn wasn't gonna be there. Like I already knew that wasn't
I
happening. But
I know
what's
her and
weird? They still be working on projects together on and off. So I'm like, are y'all good? Are y'all not good? I never really know with them two.
yeah, that's true. Everybody got a little love hate situation or business friendship. Um, so they dance or whatever. I mean, so their songs play, and then when they were like trying to like cut them off, I actually thought that they were like I didn't know what they were gonna do, but they wanted them to dance. So how did you feel about that? And then like just the overall how the listening party went. Do you feel like it was good or it was blah? Or how'd you feel?
I, I felt like the listening party was good for what they had come up with so far. I thought that it
Yeah,
was a decent listening party, and the songs they didn't sound bad.
yeah.
Um, I think that
Pam loved that damn God song. She was just jigging and stuff, and I'm just
baby.
like, Pam, that
She
song is
she started
not.
she started she started miming and doing her little. I was like, girl, what are you giving? Like, it's doing too much. I don't want to see all that. It just she gets on
Just
my
giving
nerve.
delivered. That's
Yeah,
it.
like Pam gone somewhere, girl. I don't be wanting to hear all that. But no, I mean, it was overall a good party. I guess it was nothing, nothing
Hmm.
crazy. But I feel like they
Yeah,
should have done it in a more intimate setting first, maybe within themselves, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then gave us
That's
something
true.
for everybody else.
That's true. That's true. And what I like about these shows too is that on these type of shows where there's like putting together music or bands, you only hear like a piece of the music on the show, and then after that,
Hmm.
you get the it's kind of like with making the band. You heard about some of those songs you heard before they were as they were being produced. You appreciate it more. So I'm sure once we get the album, whatever comes out, we will like be like okay, but we'll also get some additional
Right.
songs too. So I appreciate it. I think it was cool for them to have that moment. Like I said, some of them haven't had this moment in a long time. Um,
Yeah.
Speaking of moments, Kima, okay, she addresses Pam. And what I love about this moment, she's just like, I'm not trying to come down on your day. I'm just trying to keep it real, whatever. Kima, you know what? These women, these 90 R&B artists and group women, men, you can tell they have had a hard drugs and stuff like that had
Yes.
really got them because it shows. It's unfortunate, but it definitely
Yes.
shows. But basically, she wanted to address Pam about how she was cut off and stuff like that, and how they basically they still sisters. And I read somebody say online that this was Kima auditioning for season two. But
Yeah.
what were your thoughts on this moment that she had? Because Pam was just like,
Right.
it
She
wasn't
it
giving.
was
She
it
didn't
was
really say
very
much.
cut off.
She let Kima talk. And that was
Yeah.
pretty much it. But like, what you think?
I thought that Pam played it well because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I understand sometimes when you feel like you have to cut people off or you feel like you have to, do certain things for yourself in order to elevate or,
Mm-hmm.
move to certain spaces. And Kima gives me that she is just, she may not be on drugs, she may not be an
I'm
alcoholic,
not
but she
saying
give
she
me,
is, but she's like that
right.
auntie, that one auntie.
Listen, she give me, she is a firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
And her energy seems like it can be a bit much.
Yeah.
It seems like it can be very overwhelming and overbearing. And Pam, she give me that she was happy to see her, but she still don't want to have nothing to do with her. Like it was almost like one of those things where it's like, yeah, we good, but I still don't really want to, open that back up. Like I'm really past this,
Right now, I'm
and
trying to focus on
yeah,
me. I mean, come on.
yeah,
I'm trying to focus on what, like, I'm here with this guy. I didn't get this opportunity, child. She mentioned, like, that because she talked to her twice. She talked to her beforehand, which I thought could have waited, but I mean, whatever. She tried to say, I'm not trying to mess with your day, but that can be a lot on a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have really
yeah.
messed up her whole mood. But, Pam is delivered, so I'm sure her mood's going to be fine. But she talked to her afterwards. And this scene really took me out because that's when I was looking like, on one moment she's talking fine, but some moments it's a little slurred. And I think she tried to say, I mean, we all got this stupid group. I was like, what the hell are you saying, Kiva? She was trying, I don't know, she was saying stupid group, super girl group. I was just
Super
like, get it
group,
out. Get it out.
super
But she
group.
did get it out. And I don't know. I just, go off, Kima. Go off. I can't say that's for. Go off.
Yeah, she seemed like she'll be a firecracker. And look, if she is auditioning for season two, whoever
Yeah.
else in the running, y'all better beware because I know she gonna be one of the ones that's gonna cause the drama.
If there was a season two, who you think you want to see on there? Just like name like maybe one or two people that you think.
I would love to see one of the girls from Escape.
You think do you
I'm
think
not.
they you think Coco or somebody would do that? The
I
Godfather or
said
Godmother?
Escape.
Oh, you said Escape Chat. My bad. My bad. I'm thinking
Look, Coco definitely ain't doing
My
it.
bad. Wrong group.
No, Coco said she the godmother of girl group, so I know
That's
she
what I'm
ain't
saying. The
doing it,
Godmother.
child.
Chat. But even then, do you think somebody from Escape is it? I don't think so.
I don't think so,
They. I
but
don't.
I would love to see one of them on it. I think if anybody was to do it, it would be Tamika,
You think she?
Latasha's sister.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would have said Tiny if I was talking about Tiny.
That's why I was
But
like,
no,
Tamika?
Tamika, no. I could see Tamika doing it. She's the most low key of everybody to me out of Escape
Mm-hmm.
because even when Candy did her solo thing, Tiny has kind of always been in the spotlight still, through Ti, and Latasha had her solo thing for a little while. Tamika was
Yeah.
always the one that was kind of like, just in the background, even though she was a good singer. But I could see her doing it. SWV, I don't really see any of them doing it, but I would
Mm-hmm.
say maybe Lily, but she also maybe, I don't know, SWV always
Yeah.
gave me like they were just too big or too grand for certain stuff, so maybe not.
I feel like
But
you
I
took
don't
it
know
back
who
to like
else.
some of the artists. What about some girls from like Electric Red or what's the other girl group?
Hmm.
Child, you can even
Rich
go to
girl.
Rich Girl. You can go to Girlicious. I mean, it's a lot of girl groups out there
It
that could
is. I
probably
mean, you
they
can
could
have
pull from.
Melody.
Exactly. I mean, there's so many. So this is just I be thinking about that if there ever is a season two, or maybe it'll be rappers next season. Maybe it'll be male. I mean, who knows? They have so many ways they can go with it. It's a good show and it's doing
Yeah.
well. So I think they could really, I'm waiting to see the moment where it says renewed for season two. I would like that honestly.
Yeah.
Um. So Irish feels left out. She feels like she doesn't have many words.
When does she not?
It's giving me pretty Aubrey from back how she felt. Ironically, that's like her sister. And Lamisha's like, well, girl, listen, I'm gonna take what I get. I ain't got time.
Uh huh. At this
Like, listen,
at this
I didn't
point, they all just like,
fall. I'm just gonna take what I can get. But Iris like, listen, I ain't going back to the studio. This some bullshit. How did you feel
and
about that?
I'm still so lost with the both of them. I mean, I'm happy that Misha is more so now.
Hmm.
Like I'm good. Whatever I can get, I'm
She
good.
feels more valuable now. She
But
does. She's
yeah,
satisfied.
yeah. And it's just I'm still confused with Irish because don't get me wrong, I get it, you're there, so maybe they should utilize you or utilize you better, in a way where you think is okay. But I feel like if I was Irish and I knew that my voice wasn't the best or wasn't the strongest, I wouldn't be doing so much. Like to me, that the in the grand scheme of things, it's the fact that you're there
Yeah, that's true.
and that you were. To me, that's what I look at it. I mean, I get it. She has a lot of emotional trauma from 702, which she also addresses,
I think it's taking her
or tries
back.
to address.
It's taking her back to
Yeah,
what she felt back then. And I think that's what's so hard.
yeah,
It's not like it's a new feeling. I could see if she went from being the head girl of 702 to now getting. I think that's what makes it so hard. I mean, I can't speak on it, but that it seems to be the issue for her. Like
that's
she just
probably what it is.
yeah,
Because
yeah. It's
I
unfortunate.
noticed that she wanted to. I remember she mentioned it on this episode that she wanted to speak with Mila, about some stuff that was unresolved,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I was sitting there like, girl, like that's
Mila
so
wasn't even there
old.
for
Like
that.
at the end of the
Mila
day,
was on good spirits. She was
listen,
happy. Like
she
she
kept
looked
trying to say
good.
like, she was like this. She was kind of saying this ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all got going
Both
on.
of
Because
them. Both of them.
Irish was trying to find a way to jab Mila real subtle. Like I'm feeling like this. Like she was trying to bring it back up,
Yeah.
702's issues, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
girl, this is not 702. This is what do they call themselves?
Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Blueprint. Yeah, blueprint.
So yeah, it's like that's Blueprint. Don't be bringing 702 into Blueprint.
No, I agree. She wasn't really here for it. I enjoyed Mila's energy. Just seeing her, and she looked good. Like she didn't. She looked. I don't know because it was she came for an event, but she looked. She looked good to me. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I say that. And then the Big Bang was Cosign versus was it Felicia or Fallon? Which twin was that child?
It was Fallon.
Fallon. Okay. Now
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you my issue with this. My issue with this is he's obviously there to do a job. I get that you are excited and you are involved in this process, but like like the choreographer said at the end, y'all he's still a part of the team. He's still a part of this
Hmm.
team. I don't like, and we've said this many times, I don't like the twins' approach to anything as it relates to conflict or when they disagree so strongly, they don't really think on what they say, how they say it, and like how they speak to people.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's man versus woman. Like I get women want to have big thick energy. You know what I'm saying? I get all that, but at the same because that's a trend. But at the same time, like you gotta watch how you talk to people, especially when you're working with
Yeah.
somebody. And I understand like the thing is they're so involved. They do all this. They produce. They write songs. They do all that right. But at the same time, this man was brought here for that too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I didn't like the whole thing. I feel like she was so out of line in so many ways. And I would if I was sitting in that room, I would have been like, all right, Fallon, like all right, chill, like come on, like let's. Because it's getting to be way more than what it was about to be. If you want to say, hold them accountable for not sending this, that's fine. If you want to say this, but don't be telling this man, don't cut my music, and I don't give a fuck. Just like stuff like that, it makes the situation so much worse when it's not called for. I don't think he really cussed her. I don't think he really disrespected her. I think that he sensed that she had an attitude. He sensed that she was like
Yeah.
kind of whatever. He kind of called her on it, which may have been not the best thing to do, but it just kind of sent her off, and she wouldn't stop. What you think?
Yeah. It was a lot. It was like I was turned off. Like I understood the issue with the twins, like you mentioned, is their approach. Because no matter what she was saying that was valid, the
Mm-hmm.
approach to how she went about it made everything, null and
Yeah.
void, in my
Yeah.
opinion. It was like, girl, like you can express your frustrations to this man without doing all of this. Now, don't get me
Right.
wrong, I will say that I did not like that he, I mean, I don't know how it's going, how they filming, but according to them, he, is taking the records, so they're not able
Yeah.
to work on them. So basically, they're
He's
revamping
trying to.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's almost like kind of like a power move with him. And
Yeah.
I feel
I can
like
see
she
that
should have
too.
mentioned it to him. I feel like she should have mentioned it to him. Hey, while you were gone, we reworked this record. The girls loved it. Let me run this by you. So you can hear this version, and they could have went from there. I felt like I said, it was a power move for him to say that's not the right version. It's this version,
No, I
because
agree.
that also set her off. So it
Yeah.
was it was a
Yeah.
thing to where I didn't necessarily disagree with the stuff she was saying, but I definitely disagree with how she went about it.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm saying, he's not completely innocent in this situation at all. I mean, she had called him early in the episode to be like, "Hey, can you send this over and do this?" And he didn't. So I understand. It's just like, how do you expect? My thing is, how do you expect to get anything done from somebody that is working for you if you're talking to them crazy? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
At
like that
some
doesn't make
point, you have
sense.
to realize, okay, I'm talking all this shit to this person. Do I really expect them to still do something for me? Because they don't have to. I mean, they don't.
Listen,
He could have said, you know what, fuck this show. And then, I mean, and that's on him, but like, it's just like, come on now. I get it, but it gets to be a little bit much to me for the twins, and I just can't sometimes. So I didn't like that scene. It was very cringy to sit there and just you got Pam, you got all the other team in there. Everybody in there just sitting there just looking like, not saying nothing except for Keely over here who ain't say shit when Elijah was
right
coming
when it
at
was
Aubrey.
Aubrey,
But yeah, nonetheless,
got
didn't
all
like
them
it.
out. Yeah,
It continues next episode, and so we'll talk about it next episode too. But to finish off, Aubrey did leave. That's why they were there, to take her off the songs. And it seems like the twins was like, "Oh, girl, I'm not falling for that." Kelly wanted to act like, "Oh my gosh, she's left," and the person that was the most upset about it seemed to be Nivea. Um, did
right.
you did
She
you
was
have any final
really.
thoughts about it before, as far as Aubrey leaving?
I mean, like you said, it was kind of like you kind of saw it coming. Like it was like
She was checked out.
gradually.
She was over. She was not inspired by the music. She didn't want to be on the
Yeah,
songs. Like, even when they listened to the party, she was just sitting there. Nobody was there for her. Like, at what point? Why am I here? If I'm feeling
yeah.
like
It
that,
was it was definitely that, and I feel like I don't know if it's all on Carlos King, but I feel like maybe they should have formatted the show a little more clear as far as who's doing what, because
yeah,
with the twins coming in, being producers and being writers, they obviously being creative people,
yeah,
they're going to want a piece of, that. So that creates a power struggle. Then you have people that are, felt undervalued in their previous groups. That creates another power struggle because they want to be the big bad person. Then you have, you know, the people like Keeley and Aubrey trying to battle for creative direction. Like I feel
yeah. They
like
definitely
if
was a
they
battle
do
for
a
that.
next season, they need to be clear that, hey, this person is here to creative direct, this person is here to produce, you guys are here to do the music, and that's it. Like it's not an input on who's going to be doing this, who's going to be doing that. If you don't want
So
to
it's
do it,
clear.
that's it.
So it's clear. So you don't have people trying. I mean, do you feel like the twins are like overstepping their boundaries? Do you feel like they're like, what do you think in terms of, because they want to write, they want to produce, they want to talk about Pro Tools and stuff like that. Like, I mean, at what point, if they were gonna have them, have somebody else like maybe they should have not had them. Maybe they should let if they're so talented in that space, maybe they should let them just do it. You know, and just bringing somebody to
Yeah,
finish up the touches. For example, if she's mixing music and taking some bass and stuff off, right, producing, and he's doing it, then why not just let them do it and bring somebody else in that can just take the finishing touches and be like, okay, this is this. You know, that's just what I feel. I
yeah,
think it's definitely they kind of stepping on his toes a little bit. And I
yeah.
get they're excited,
Absolutely.
they're talented, but it's just like it's causing a lot of issues when they're supposed to be in the house making an album within 30 days. And so you got
Yeah,
9 people. You know, the whole show is made for trouble and drama, which I'm okay with the drama. But I'm just saying, in the moment, I could see where all these things just blowing up. People going home, the producers getting
yeah,
into it, people, stuff like that. I think Iris feel like there's some stuff next episode, so it's a lot. But I'm enjoying the show.
yeah. I will say that I told you. I think it was yesterday when we talked. You know, that the show was kind of annoying me,
You
and
did
that's
say
what I
that,
meant by
yeah,
annoying me because it's like the drama is cool. The drama is great. I love it. But with the twins, you know, it's I feel like it's just always a power struggle. And like you said, it becomes cringy to
hmm
where it borders into where the Real Housewives of Atlanta went, where it's like not as enjoyable to watch. Like
yeah,
I can see it going very left when it shouldn't even be all
yeah,
that.
yeah. I agree. I don't know if it's gonna get that bad as the Real Housewives of Atlanta because they are at rock bottom, honey.
Nah, I hope not.
This is off topic, but they clearly can't find the right cast. So they ain't even
Listen,
started filming. You know, filming would have been started by now. So I don't know what's going on with Atlanta. And I don't even want to talk about it because it's trash.
child, look, maybe Shamari needs to be plugging herself to go back.
It's okay. We don't need to go either. It's all right. With that being
I
said,
like Shamari.
I do like Shamari, but even on this show, like she's just like not a main. She's always gonna be good for like being like a supporting actress role. She's never to me be like a
Okay.
main cat. It's not giving that. Maybe a friend of the show, but I don't want to see her or running in them two twins full time. I'm sorry, and they're so cute, but still no.
They should put one of the
the
twins on there.
the little baby twins.
No, they should put one of the twins on Housewives.
Oh, girl, child, I don't know. Those twins are something else. Like I like drama, I like combat, I like that type of stuff. But they at some point I want to just be like, this is my little mannequin hair right here, child. Just shut up, shut up, damn. Oh, they
Oh
be
my
just
God.
talking. I just
Yes.
it's too much. If I was co-signed, I would have had to leave. And I guess because he's a man, so he used to dealing with women and talking and stuff like that. But as a gay man, I would have to fuck up out of there. So I would have to bop her in the face. She was
Listen.
talking cash money shit, and I could not. I'm sorry. I
Yes,
cannot.
she was.
I cannot. I cannot. So with that being said, we're going to lean out. You can find myself in
Oh my
chat on
God.
Instagram, of course, at Stupid Wild Taz, where nice to meet me. Of course, again, you can always find chat on Facebook and Twitter, being very controversial, talking a lot of
I
stuff. He about as
I ain't
bad
been
as the
blocked
twin,
in
actually.
forever.
He ain't been blocked in a while, but he about as bad as the twin. I'm just saying, not as bad, but they about tit for tat. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment all things Lean. We're gonna be here finishing the rest of the season. I believe there's 10 episodes, so there's 4 more episodes. So, I believe the finale was like August something. I forgot. I said it in one of the previous videos, but it's like August, the second or third week of August. So we're getting to the
Okay.
wire. I'm excited for the music. I actually will probably support just because I like stuff. I like to see the build-ups. And
Yeah.
hopefully these women put out the next few episodes, give us some more material like talk and skeletons. I don't mind. Only God knows, but only God knows I don't need no more. Only God knows this. So, that being said, we're going to lean out. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, all things lean. We'll see y'all next week for episode 7. And until then, y'all have a good rest of y'all Friday. Good day. Good Friday.
Peace.